Yes, he kicks them off.
I
Isn't that
does.
weird?
It's so weird. Yeah. We'll have to ask Shannon what all is going on. Okay. We're good.
We're ready?
Yep, we are.
Okay. Gary will appoint you as a voter tonight, voting member tonight. Do you have any public communications, Deb?
No, I do not.
No. All right, the meetings of June 26th.
I just signed those and I will make an motion to approve the minutes of June 26th.
We have a second?
Second it.
All right, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? All right. 26, that was my wedding anniversary. 59 years
tonight.
I know.
That's a lot of dates.
That's
Yes.
unbelievable.
Yeah. All right, Sutton Park redevelopment. New
All right.
application.
All right, new application, yes. Unfortunately, we just received this application, fortunately. Unfortunately, the consultant and the wetland scientists are unable to make it tonight, but they are planning on being at the September 11th meeting. So we obviously attached that to the agenda packet. It was quite extensive. It's quite a kind of a pulled out location, so it's kind of divided and whatnot. But anyways, they should be here next time to talk about that. But I can talk about it very briefly if you want to hear just some of the background.
I think I would like that.
I've heard about it before.
I know.
Yeah.
So let me tell you about the new stuff they're proposing.
Oh, the new stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
So-
last one was restrooms, wasn't it?
Yes,
Right.
and this
Yeah.
is there's part of that too. So this is another Town of Groton Parks and Recs project. They're proposing to construct site improvements at Sutton Park at 185 Fort Hill Road. Some of the proposed improvements include construction of a multi-use path trail that will connect Midway Oval to Fort Hill Road, renovation of the existing skate park, construction of a new playground, shade structures, and a restroom.
Restroom
Original
Has a
was
permit,
it?
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think they're adding that to that. And then installation of native trees, shrubs, and other plantings in the upland review area.
Connection to which state park?
Say that one more time.
You said something about connection to a
So
state
the
park.
multi-use trail will connect the neighborhood at Midway Oval to Fort Hill Road.
Oh,
So it actually goes straight through the park. So
that part.
yeah, so it'll attach on the it'll attach on this, well, however you want to look at it. It's going to attach from the softball fields or baseball fields to the south and go through the connect from Midway Oval through the baseball softball fields, connect to that main road that kind of goes through there.
Yeah.
And then there'll be another trail connection that goes behind the basketball courts. In terms of wetlands and watercourses, obviously there's inland wetlands. The watercourse, of course, is Fort Hill Brook. There is also a single isolated wetland near the southern portion of the property, and the wetlands were a field delineated by Ian Cole. The proposed activity is within the regulated area, includes the construction of this multi-use trail that will actually impact 731 square feet of wetland soils in that isolated wetland to the south. That was part of the pack. You'll see that in the packet.
How big is that wetlands? Does it say how many?
Yeah, sure.
Or
Let me show you.
Or did you want to do whatever you want to do?
Oh, we could do it. Either. Would you like to see it on the screen? Because I have it set to go on the screen too. But would you rather see it there?
I think there's.
You can lay it out here. We're used to that.
Did they consider connecting it to that trail that comes out of Haley Farm and down?
So you
Behind
can,
EB?
you can get into Midway Oval from that trail. There's a connection into the neighborhood from there.
And then they'll
Then
connect.
you just
through
go
the-
on the
does
road
start to
to
connect.
here. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
This is kind of the best one to look at here.
All right.
All right, so
It's very
see that?
dark.
I don't put my head in the middle of it.
Yeah.
You guys won't see anything. So Fort Hill Road is up here.
Okay.
All right, this is the park. This is, the brook that runs through it, kind of right along the property line there. You can see the wetlands, but you might not be able to see them. I didn't get a chance to actually color them in yet. But these are there's the wetland edge right here. This is the isolated wetland that's right in this section here. This is that multi-use trail that moves through it. It's right on this edge right here, so on the kind of the southernmost edge, where it's approximately like 731 square.
What's that line beyond that on this side?
This one?
Yeah.
This one right here, this is actually the 100-foot upland review.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So you can actually see,
Is there a reason why you can't move the trail? Swing the trail away from the wetlands?
that's the question to ask the applicant. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's
Yeah.
what we just received this, so I've only
Yeah.
just, I went down to the.
I mean, it
site
seems
today.
to me that
Is that
that
a,
would be obvious.
yeah, is that a man-made wetlands, that little pocket there, or is that,
I don't,
no,
no, it's
no?
not, no.
Okay.
And this is, a lot of this is flood zone too. So
Yeah.
you have
Yeah,
wetlands
it's
right
true.
on the
Yeah.
edge here and whatnot, so, yeah, so this is that little kind of
Okay.
isolated wetland right against the, the.
It's a remnant of what was there and
Oh, don't make
in the
me,
housing
don't
development.
make me cry.
Yeah.
Those are houses right
So-
there?
Yes, those are
Oh,
houses.
So the
wow.
park, so
Right
here,
in
this is
100
Fort Hill
foot.
Road up here.
Yeah.
It actually goes all the way down here. So this would be the first softball or baseball field. The second one is actually off the photo here. Or off the plans here. So.
Okay,
That's another-
that's good, because
Those
you have
fields would be
stuff
the
online.
constraint. I'm
Sure.
sorry. No, I was just gonna say that those fields would be the constraint on moving that trail.
Yes, the fence is already, yeah, so that's one of the constraints, because that fence is already pre-existing there and could it be moved
A
maybe?
fence, of course,
Right,
yeah,
it's for the softball and the foul.
yeah,
The foul line is out there and stuff, so, but again, so that's really where the impact is directly to wetlands, and obviously there's work within the upland review area. To mitigate this disturbance, the proposal includes enhancement of 10,705 square feet of wetlands, where they are proposing to no longer mow or maintain the area's lawn and to seed it with an area with a native wetland mix.
oh,
So, yeah.
Where is that? Where are they gonna do that?
I mean, it's all
Every-
along,
spread
yeah,
all
kind of like
along.
right along the edge
Oh,
for there.
okay.
And that's part of the, further in the plans, that's that whole section of the planting plan.
Is that really light line, the fence line? Is it really, no, over here.
So, this right here, yes.
Yeah.
This is the fence line right here.
Yeah, that's what I
The
thought.
fence line that kind of goes.
And that's why they put it there.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
basically, now whether it can move or whatnot, we can ask
Mm.
the applicant that next time.
They're gonna do that much work, they can move a little bit of fence.
Do they use both of those baseball fields? The last time we went in, the second one was way overgrown.
No, they do
Not
now.
used
they
at all.
do, I remember
They do
going
now.
there for
Yeah, they do.
Little League.
Yep.
Kind of buried back
It
there.
is.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I guess the question is, do you want to conduct a site walk and check out that isolated wetland? I'm sure most of you are aware of Sutton Park, but I'm not sure you're aware of that isolated wetland down the end there.
Well, we can't do anything about it.
We can wait
anyway,
till they-
Wait till they present,
Wait till they present it.
yeah,
Okay.
Okay.
You want to wait? Okay.
yeah.
So we're not gonna tell them about the trail moving and possibility of moving the trail.
Dave will be holding a staff review with them and certainly that's gonna be part of his comments.
Yes.
I would like to insist on a bocce ball court.
All right then.
Okay,
Write that
I'm
down.
not gonna prove it.
You didn't,
I want
you
a
didn't
public
say
bocce ball.
pickleball at least.
Not
know, right?
pickleball. I want a public bocce ball court somewhere in this town.
Got it. So noted.
Good.
All right.
Well, the next housing development, they can just say, you have to put in a bocce ball court.
Public- let's see, public bocce ball.
That's no more housing going in there, it's all built out.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I can see it.
Yep.
All right. So that's what.
all right,
All right. 80 Star Street, huh?
Yes.
yeah, I've been walking over there.
All right, so, Mr. Devlin's here and I'll promote him in a second. But I'll give you a little bit of, let me promote him to panelist.
That's a problem location.
Yes, it is.
The one down on Star Street with the,
Oh,
Yep.
And
the stream going
and
through
the
there and the
applications
wetlands
keep
and-
coming churning through.
So, just give you a little bit, like a little update since the last time we talked. So the staff received a complaint on June 17th about potential clearing within the wetland and upland review area at 80 Star Street. The staff visited the site later that day and witnessed new clearing of vegetation within the upland review area behind the existing stone wall. This area was definitely well within the 100-foot upland review area and was not part of the wetland approval from 2022. Staff reported on this complaint at the June meeting. The agency asked that the owner appear during the next meeting to discuss this work to determine if a new wetland permit will be required. And Mr. Devlin is here tonight on Zoom to discuss this work with the agency. Paul, are you there?
he's muted.
You're muted, right? Let's see. Yeah, there he is. Oh, there he is. All right, excellent.
Can you hear me and see me?
Yes, we
Yes,
can.
good evening, members of the commission. Before I get started, I just wanted to give you, tell you a little bit about myself. For the first half of my career, I worked as a hydrogeologist involved in groundwater contamination investigations and remediation projects. I also worked for the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection in several enforcement programs. Environmental protection is a very important issue to me, and I do take my stewardship of the wetlands on my property very seriously. That being said, Dave asked me to describe the work that I was doing on the south side of my property, which borders Star Street. I do have a stone wall on the boundary of that property, and the stone wall, I don't think it's been maintained for probably 30, 40 years. It was also totally overgrown with a dense thicket of thorns. I think primarily bittersweet and some type of I think some sort of raspberry, very dense. So I had to take pruning shears to remove this dense thicket to expose the stone wall, which I thought would certainly make that side of my property look quite a bit nicer, but it also allowed me the opportunity to move some of the stones that had fallen off the wall back up onto the wall and repair it where needed. I also thought that I could bring in some other stones to place it on the wall to just improve it in general. The thicket also included vines that were choking out the existing trees along that boundary. So I did remove some of the vines that had grown up and were basically killing the trees. The whole side of that property hadn't been touched in, again, many, many years. All this was done by me with my pruning shears. I also pushed back the cuttings so that I had access to the wall. And that is basically my intention to repair the existing wall. I would like to remove as many of the invasive species that are growing there and replace them with some indigenous plants and shrubs, but I haven't gotten to that point. What I've done in June, and I haven't done anything since the middle of June, was really just to expose the stone wall there. And that I had described that to Dave, and Dave, I don't know if
All
you
right,
have
that
questions about that process.
Do we have a map?
Yes, I have a map, so here, let
Yeah.
me show you.
that explains 5 feet from the wall. Did you clear further than that? Yes or
No,
no?
I wouldn't say clear, no.
Did you cut back further than that?
No, I did remove a small tree that was choked by the vines along with the vines.
Yeah, I'm familiar with bittersweet. I deal with it myself.
Yeah,
Just cut
I
it
mean,
off. Just cut it off and it falls out of the tree in a year or so.
yeah. So I did remove a lot of the bittersweet that was choking out the trees there.
That's not what I asked.
Yeah. Unpin?
I asked if you cut back more than 5 feet from the wall.
I would say no.
Yep.
I haven't been out there. Dave has been dealing with this.
All right, I'll have to go out there and look. But I live close by. I can come stop down there and I'll look, but that's my question. I mean, I don't have a big problem with you cutting along the wall to expose the stone wall. But having stone walls myself, I understand that, you know, cutting back 4 or 5 feet from the wall exposes all the stones that fell off. Beyond that is not explained by that. You understand?
Yes, yes, I understand.
So when I come and look, am I gonna see that it's more than 4 or 5 feet from the wall? Yes or no?
I would say no.
All right.
What I did was to expose the stone wall so that I could repair it.
Then we'll see,
Okay,
because I'll come and look. Probably tomorrow.
very good.
The bittersweet,
Sorry.
the bittersweet, you can deal with easily by clipping it off near the ground and 4 or 5 feet up in the air. Within a year or so, it rots off and falls out of the tree. I've dealt with it for decades. You don't have to dig up anything. You don't have to clear cut places underneath. All you have to do is clip, and it's dead. It will come back. But just have to stay on it. My property was
Yeah,
covered with a mass of it, and it's
yeah,
all gone now.
it was completely covering the trees right along
Oh.
that boundary there.
Wow.
The wetland here, so obviously,
And we have dealt with this property
that's 100 feet. Yeah.
for a number of years. So I'm very familiar with it.
Mm-hmm.
60, it's almost up to here.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, so you can see the wetlands aren't all along the wall, but it is definitely upland review area. Yeah.
I'll come down tomorrow and look. I'll bring my tape and we'll see how far you measured, how far you cut.
What's the distance between the wall and the street? How much is that?
No, it's on the other side of the wall.
Oh, the other side.
Yeah.
Oh, I
so
get
it's
it.
not-
It's not the street side we're talking about, it's the inside.
So we're looking like
Have you been down there?
maybe about 15 feet. Yeah, I've been down. Yep.
How far did he cut?
I wasn't out there measuring, I was looking from the car, but it
Well,
looked
5,
like- yeah,
you
it
know,
was-
5 feet's like this.
There was definitely, and I think Paul mentioned this, you did push back some vegetation further back. So I don't know, I couldn't tell, like, I saw the cutting from here, but I don't know how far back it actually went through in there.
See, I don't care that there's a thorn thicket there. That's a natural thing. It may not be pleasing to the eye necessarily, but that's a natural vegetation for this area. And I'm not sure why you want to cut it back, but whether it's aesthetics or some other project you have in mind later on or whatever, but that's a natural plant. Rambling rose or bullbriars are your common thorns in this area.
Okay, so why don't you guys, take a look and we'll talk about it at the next
Yeah.
meeting.
We
How's
could
that?
do it on our own.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Drive by there.
Yeah.
I'll go down, bring my tape, we'll see.
Okay,
All right, thanks, Paul.
Thank you, Paul.
all right, thank you all.
We'll all bring our tape. We'll all bring our tape.
Yeah, well, I got a nice stiff tape. I can stick it
Yeah.
out 5 feet, then we'll know.
Well, it looks like the whole area, his whole yard is.
Well, it is. It's all part of the wetland system.
But it's pre-existing.
It's
The house.
pre-existing. It's been there,
Yeah.
I've been around here for 65 years and I'm very familiar with it.
Yeah, I think we're all,
Okay.
we've had several.
Yep.
Things.
And we've dealt with this area
Yeah,
several times.
several times.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so take a look and it'll be on the next agenda then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
This isn't the one with the channeled stone lined thing.
Yes, it is.
Oh, it is.
No, it's not. That's the next property.
Further,
Next
it's
lot down.
Antler, yeah,
Yeah,
It's the
that's
same
not this
system.
system.
Water.
yeah.
Same
Yeah,
system.
but
There was-
side of
And then there was
Star Lake.
even one before that.
That's right.
Yeah.
There's a house in the
Yeah.
back and then this
That was
house
when
here
they were
is a new
trying
one,
to
remember?
protect the ducks.
They
remember
they had
that?
a lot of trouble getting the driveway in there because of
Oh,
where
yeah.
the wetlands are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the one with the
And
big
is there
TV.
some sort of regulation
Yeah,
associated with the 5 feet, or is this just the number you like?
Well, having done lots of stone walls, you have no reason to go beyond that.
5 feet, yeah, I can appreciate
I
that.
mean, a rock off the stone wall is not gonna be over there,
I understand.
Okay.
so tumble off, I understand. I restacked all of my stone walls, 1,500 feet of them. So I'm very well acquainted with what happens. So that was my question to him. He was a little evasive.
Okay. So, all right, so it'll be on the next
Yeah.
agenda.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
great.
As you probably guessed, I really don't like people
Okay.
saying, well, I went to do this and doing this.
Okay.
That I really.
I don't know that
But
to
we
be
don't know
true.
that to be
okay?
true.
Exactly.
Yeah,
We'll
take-
find
go
out.
go and check it
Yeah,
out. yeah.
exactly. Okay.
Deb knows if I can
Okay.
catch out.
Yeah.
I know you're on the side of brambles and thorns, that I know.
Those are natural things.
Uh,
The birds like them,
everything.
The rabbits like
the
them,
rabbits like them.
Moving right along.
and we know that they're
And they're
really
indigenous.
crazy about the rabbits around here. They do a lot of things.
Oh my
Oh, yeah.
gosh,
Rabbits.
they're
They're so
my
cute.
garden.
Getting very friendly with my rabbits.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I can walk right up
I
to
could
it.
go right up to
Yeah, I
them
think so.
and talk to them.
Oh, yeah, I can walk
And
them
there's
4 or 5
so
feet from the
many.
rabbits.
So many this year, right?
Yes, there are.
Why?
It's
Yeah,
funny that you say that,
noticed
that's
There
true.
were two and we're down. to
And
one.
also you can walk,
Well, they're mad at me
and
now
work very close.
because my whole yard was torn up and was dirt and all the clover was gone. All right,
What's the next?
I don't
one?
really have anything else.
Depending on the date.
Deb, you have anything?
Just one other thing to wrap up, the 240 Noank Road, violation that we made you aware of
Oh,
a
yeah.
couple of months ago where someone was extending a pipe, into a water course.
Yeah,
and
we had
were waiting-
pictures.
Right, we were waiting to see whose jurisdiction it was under,
Right.
because it's title, right? So it is under DEP's jurisdiction
Oh.
and they are handling it.
Okay,
Yeah.
Oh,
great.
okay.
Yep. So,
Ah,
yep,
I
so,
thought we had no jurisdiction in knowing,
oh no, for wetlands, we do.
but wetlands. we-
Yeah, we do.
Not
Mm.
salt water, but
No, I understand.
Yeah.
but thought
I
they
know,
had
it's
their own,
really strange what Groton has
Yep.
and what don't.
Yep,
Alright.
not in the
it gets
state.
down to title, then it becomes.
That I
DEP.
understand, that I
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah, so this
I
has
thought
been
they had their
determined to be
own
titled.
wetlands agency.
No,
No, they
don't.
don't.
No.
And they don't do a good job either. Not usually.
Who?
Who, DEP?
Hmm.
DEEP.
Well, they got right out there and they
Yeah, they're-
issued
Did they?
Yeah, they're-
violations to him,
yep.
so they're, yeah.
Good
they're
for
working.
them.
They're moving right along with this, so
Okay.
they really, yep.
Good.
Yeah.
The
Yep.
state doesn't have a wonderful track record on that.
They've been actually doing a lot. One of the last conferences I went to was talking a lot about illegal walls, illegal docks. So they're actually took this one very seriously.
Huh?
Mm.
Yep. So
They're picking their game up, huh?
I think so. Yep.
Yep.
Good,
Good to hear.
good.
That's all.
Yeah, that's
That's it.
Yeah.
You have a motion for adjournment?
Sure,
Sure.
sure.
Second.
second it.
Eh? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? We're gone.
We're good. Good
All right.
record.
And if I recognize